feel like there's an understanding, and regardless of whatever anyone thinks in the house, you know, you're a good person, you know.
I absolutely adore you.
I love this good.
Yeah. Hey.
Me and Khosi have a thing. I believe we have a thing. Me and Khosi, me and Blue, we have an understanding. No, I don't have a thing.
I appreciate you, man. I adore you. Oh, we get each other. We understand each other.
So it was after the housemates had their cookie presentation that I got to really understand the reason Big Brother restrained himself from issuing strikes or a disqualification to the housemates on Tuesday evening. Yes, I mean, yesterday was a very emotional day in the Titans mansion. Guys, at some point I got really teary-eyed because some of the purgation of emotions from these housemates was really touching, really touching. And in a way, I was kind of glad that they had that moment, although some people were being extra strategic about their presentations, right? A lot of people were using those cookies to buy or secure their spot in the house for next week Monday. Remember, next week Monday is usually the head of house challenge and the live nomination process. So I just felt like some of the housemates were being very strategic, but aside those who were being strategic, there were some very genuine confessions, right, that was spilled yesterday, and I'm going to be sharing all of that with you on this particular video. Yes, and aside the purgation of emotion, there was also some very interesting twists and turns during the cookie presentation. Yes, for instance, Yemi had an impromptu diary session, and I'll tell you why that happened. There was also reconciliations amongst or between airing parties, right, from the drama of Monday evening. So ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you watch this video to the end because there's a lot to share with all of you. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. To every single one of you that's newly subscribed to this channel, thank you all so much for choosing to become a part of this community. If you are not yet a part of this tribe, please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. And for those of you that are returning viewers, returning subscribers, thank you all so much for choosing to return. And please do not forget to give this video a like and feel free to share. All right, okay, quickly, let's just continue into the conversation. Tuesday evening was when Big Brother had summoned the housemates to the lounge and had actually chastised them for breaking all of his rules, disrespecting his house, disrespecting one another, disrespecting themselves, just basically calling them out for all of their bullshits that they have been, you know, executing around the house since the very first day that the show started for this season. And so he had actually reminded them that, listen, that the Big Brother of before would have been very hasty and wouldn't have hesitated, you know, to issue out strikes and disqualification to the housemates that actually deserved it. But in place of that, he had a plan for them. Yes, and guys, he went on and on to talk about the inclusivity, the plan of acceptance, you know, the community that they were planning on building, right, by virtue of bringing the housemates together from different nationalities. And so, guys, I was actually curious as to what Biggie's plans was all about until yesterday when the housemates had been given a task. Yes, now, according to Big Brother, the theme of the week being love in the air, I think, and in the spirit of Valentine's that's fast approaching, Big Brother had instructed the housemates to, you know, probably as a collective, if they choose, bake cookies for the whole house, and then individually the housemates were to decorate or design the cookies how they liked, yes, for their partner, for their love interest in the house, for their friends, and any other person they would like to present a cookie to. Now, Big Brother had given them the go-ahead to bake as many cookies as they wanted to. And then they were to also give a speech, right, whilst they are presenting that cookie to the person. So cards were provided for the housemates, you know, to feel free to squeeze out their creative juices, right, by creating love cards or maybe friendship cards for their speech. And the housemates had gone ahead to do so. And ladies and gentlemen, when I say the cookie presentation was very emotional, I mean It was so emotional to the point that a lot of us, the viewers, were literally shedding tears alongside, most of the housemates that got really emotional as well, in the process of them executing the task. Now, in as much as there was a lot of emotions and tears flowing here and there was also a lot of drama. Because guys, first things first, when Big Brother had assigned the task to the housemates, the first question that came to the minds of us, the viewers, was who would Yemi present cookies to? Would he present to Khosi and not present to Blue, or would he present to Blue and not present to Khosi? And then we were also wondering, like, okay, we know very well that Khosi was definitely going to present a cookie to Yemi, but was he going to present cookies as well to Tabang and Black Boy? How is that going to work out? Yes, and then there was also Blue Aiva. We were wondering, would Blue Aiva want to take the bull by the horns, by going public with her secret love affair with Yemi by presenting an extravagant speech and a cookie to Yemi? So all of these questions, guys, we were just calculating and thinking about it and just basically looking forward to the presentation in itself. Now, before I get into the many drama that happened, worthy of mentioning are some of the key players in the house, for the week. Because remember, most of the drama that's been happening this week revolves around a selected number of the housemates. Now, starting with Tabang, I was also looking forward to seeing if Tabang was going to present a cookie to Khosi, but guess what? He did not. And later on, he had opened up to Khosi that he was really upset with her. After the fight on Monday night, yes, he had approached Khosi to talk to her, but Khosi had refused to have any sort of communication with him at all, because at the end of the day, all the wahala that happened that night all boiled down to her relationship with him, or rather a friendship, with him. So she was trying to avoid any further drama. So she refused to talk to him on Monday night, even on Tuesday night, up until last night when they properly sat down to have a conversation. Yes. So Tabang did not present a cookie to Khosi, but when it was Khosi's turn, she had actually presented a cookie to Yemi, to Miracle, and to Tabang himself. And whilst she was presenting the cookie to him, she had mentioned that, oh, listen, we're not in a good place right now, but we'll be fine. Tabang collected the cookie, but it was obviously very, very upset. Now, amongst the the gossip gang, one would expect that they would all present cookies to one another, right? Just to celebrate their friendship or their alliance in the house, or whatever it is they have. But then Yvonne presented a cookie to Jennio and to Olivia, but not to Nana. And guys, that came as a shock to me, because it just affirmed what I had said before, that listen, if peradventure on Sunday Jennio gets evicted with her partner Melly, then Nana will have to fend for herself in that house. Nana would be left isolated. She would have to look for another Jennio mother figure in the house that she's going to get directives from, because at the moment, it seems as though whatever Nana is doing, whatever action she's taking in the house, it's kind of engineered by Jennio. It seems like Jennio is the one that now calls the shots between both of them, at least from my point of view. So guys, it came as a shock to me, when Yvonne presented cookies to the other two ladies, but did not present a cookie to Nana. And it was very obvious on Nana's face that she did not like it at all. She was very, very upset. Housemates like Yaya and Justine received a lot of cookies. Yes. Now, most of the housemates that presented cookies to Yaya, described her as a big sister, as a mother figure, as the purest of hearts in the house, and as the most caring housemate in the house. The one person that people can actually feel safe, when having conversations with. Miracle was the first person out of the four key actors of all the fights and drama that happened on Monday night that started suing for reconciliation. Now, mind you, Jennio received a good number of cookies, and that's from the people that she surrounds herself with, the people that she sits down with, to gist and gossip from time to time. Now, from the look of things yesterday, she was kind of scared that she wasn't going to receive any cookies, but she actually received cookies. I think she ended up receiving maybe 4 extra cookies, apart from the one she received from her partner merely, right? Now, remember earlier yesterday, Jennio and Miracle OP had also had an altercation that almost blew up into something else. But then because of the fear of Biggie's warning, they had tried to control themselves, right? And they had not resolved it. But then yesterday, Miracle had made a move by presenting his first cookie to Jennio. And guys, he sent a very sweet message to her as well, talking about, oh, she's a sister, they're from the same place, they actually do get along, but then he doesn't know why they're constantly having their fallout at the moment. And then he had presented the cookie to her. She had accepted it and she was really excited, you know, that Miracle gave her a cookie, because remember earlier she was kind of scared that nobody would want to associate with her, knowing fully well that she was just too much for most of the housemates to handle. Yes, now aside Miracle, Nana decided to take the bold step as she was the last housemate to present her cookie. Now she had presented her cookie to Khosi.
Khosi, this is for you. You're my friend. You're my best friend.
Talking about how Khosi was her best friend, and then she did not know what happened, that they had their fallout. Guys, it was such an emotional moment, because when she started speaking, she couldn't talk anymore. You know, she was choking with tears, and Khosi too was already shedding tears. I mean, guys, it was such an emotional moment. The rest of the housemates too could feel their longing for each other, for their friendship. And some people were, you know, sniffing, shedding one or two tears, and other people were actually clapping their hands together, you know, giving them a round of applause to encourage, you know, this newfound resolution and reconciliation that they were already engaging in as at that time yesterday. It was a very sweet moment, ladies and gentlemen, and I was just super excited, you know, that the housemates had the opportunity, you know, to forget their emotions that way and to express their love and their appreciation and their friendship, you know, towards one another. However, it wasn't all kumbaya yesterday. It wasn't all cookies and roses and kisses and hugs. No, there was a bit of drama that almost would have escalated into something way crazier if Big Brother had not sort of intervened. Now, remember, Khosi had presented a cookie to her partner Miracle, said a few sweet words to him, and had presented the cookie to Tabang and to Yemi. Guess what? When it was Yemi's turn, I first presented a cookie to Yelisa, his partner. I mean, guys, the way Yemi adores Nelisa, it is so sweet. They have this sibling bond, which is really, you know, adorable. I totally love it. And then he had proceeded to present a cookie that's to be split in half to Tati and Kanaga Jr. And by the way, Kanaga Jr. had to be taken out of the mansion to the outside world for proper medication for his finger. Yes, apparently he had injured himself along the line in the house maybe a week ago, and it wasn't healing anytime soon, so they had to take him out of the house for proper medical attention. And according to Big Brother, he's going to be returning very soon. Now, Yemi had proceeded to also present a cookie to Blue Aiva. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it was the audacity for me. The audacity for me. I mean, he had said something about, oh, we have an understanding, even though the whole house looks at you and they misunderstand you, I understand you. You know, it was just beating about the bush. And ladies and gentlemen, the coyote of this show is very savage, because as Yemi was saying all those words, the camera was on Khosi's countenance, and Khosi looked completely rattled up. Like she did not think in her wildest imaginations that Yemi would have the audacity to do that. I mean, it was so painful that, I mean, she knew all along that, okay, there's probably something fishy going on between Yemi and this girl, but she had decided not to be bothered about it. But guess what? At the point in time that Yemi was giving that speech to Blue Aiva, oh my God, it was just like the 5th or maybe the 9th confirmation that Khosi needed to know that indeed Yemi had something to do with this girl. And by the time he was done talking, he went to present the cookie to her, and then he hugged her. Blue Aiva collected the cookie, of course. And then he now said, oh, he saved the best for the last. And then he talked about how he and Khosi, they met on the first night. They got a bed together, side by side. You know, he was just trying to make everything look so sweet, but it sounded non-sentimental. The way he put the speech did not sound as sentimental as the way his speech for Blue Aiva had sounded. And by the time he had presented the cookie to Khosi, not even a hug, not even a kiss or a peck. Meanwhile, when Khosi had presented her own cookie to him, she had hugged him. And they had kissed on the lips, of course. But then I was expecting that he would actually reciprocate the energy, but he did not. Fast forward to when it was Blue Aiva's turn, ladies and gentlemen. The moment Blue Aiva stepped outside, boom! Big Brother summoned Yemi into the diary room. The whole world viewing BBTitans yesterday crashed. Everybody was pissed. Everybody was mad. Me, I was upset. And me, I was seriously dragging Big Brother. Like, Big Brother, what the hell? Show us this thing. Why did you rescue Yemi from that situation? And guys, I saw what Big Brother did right there. If they had allowed Yemi to sit down there, Blue Aiva, of course, who had been demanding for attention, would have just automatically decided to spoil Yemi's game by possibly giving us a very, very long speech about how they've been kissing and smooching and doing things in the closet, blah, blah, blah. Yes, and I say so because this girl has been acting childish since last week. She's capable of pulling off such a stunt. So Big Brother probably knows or knew that, if I leave this guy, then it means the triangle of the season will just come to an impromptu end because Khosi will go mad, or probably she wouldn't want to react, but because the rest of the housemates will be looking at her as a stupid person or someone that has been played for a fool, she just might be forced to take an action, right? So Big Brother had rescued Yemi from that situation, and by so doing, we did not hear what Blue Aiva had to say again. But the girl was smart because she had gone ahead to present her cookies to other people, and by the time Yemi came out of his diary session, she had actually gone ahead to present the cookie to Yemi, although the message wasn't as flamboyant as one would have thought. Talking about Yemi's diary session, of course, he did not observe his own diary session on Tuesday, hence the reason Big Brother had called him in for his diary session, although that timing was very annoying. But Big Brother had his own agenda. Apparently, Big Brother is a fan of Yemi's family affair, Yemi's polygamous relationships, right? So Big Brother was not mad about it, yes. Instead, he was probing deeper into it. And Yemi had made a statement that, okay, he had a thing with Khosi and he had an understanding with Blue Aiva. And Big Brother had asked him to differentiate or maybe explain, elaborate on what he meant, by that statement. And he had said, okay, by a thing, he really likes Khosi.
I also told her that I like Khosi and I like her, but she understands. I guess that's why it's an understanding, because she understands.
Yes, and he had a deeper connection with Khosi, more than even Blue Aiva, yes. And Khosi is that one person that really cares for her, but he cannot call it a relationship just yet because they just met and they are in the house for a game. So nobody can actually put a label or a tag to anything. But with Blue Aiva, it was just an understanding. Like from all Yemi was explaining, he was literally telling Big Brother that what he feels for Khosi is way deeper and stronger and more serious than what he feels for Blue Aiva. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be frank about it. From all that you and I have been seeing in this entire show, right from the very first day till now that we're in week 4, do you honestly think that Yemi likes Khosi way deeper than the way he likes Blue Aiva? Do you think that what Yemi has with Blue Aiva is just an understanding, just a fling? What are your thoughts about this, ladies and gentlemen? Please go ahead and share with us in the comment section below, because I would love to know your thoughts about this, all right? And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Have an amazing day. Bye.